challenge. In previous video, we people have started with plant breeding program, right? We people have already completed with our animal breeding program. Now we are going to focus on our country India and what is green revolution. तो बच्चों ये हो गया आपका next topic that we are going to understand green revolution. Okay, now if we are talking about our country India, right, then we very well know that our country is agricultural country. Yes, we everyone know that India is agricultural country. आप सबको पता है, right? This agriculture accounts for total 33% of India's GDP and employs 62% of our population. बहुत important चीज है ये, right? It accounts 33% of India's GDP, right? And 62%. It employs nearly 62% of our population. But after independence के बाद, right? India faces some challenge. Challenge in the sense आप सबको पता है population बढ़ी चली जा रही है, right? There is increase in population day by day, right? So there is need for increase in production of food. This is the main challenge India faced after independence. ठीक है? और एक बात, we very well know that all lands are not suited for cultivation. All lands are not suited for cultivation. ये आप सबको पता है, right? So जो भी area available है, the area which is suitable for cultivation, वही area में आपको production increase करना है. So this is one more challenge our country faced after independence, right? Now the solution for this problem. The solution for this problem, right, is due to development of semi-dwarf varieties of wheat and rice during mid-1960s. During mid-1960s, okay, this occurs due to development of plant breeding programs, right, and this phase is called as green revolution. ये phase को क्या कहा जाता है? Green revolution कहा जाता है, which leads to drastic increase in food production. ठीक है? Once again मैंने आप सबको ये बोला, during mid-1960s, due to different plant breeding techniques, we have developed semi-dwarf varieties of rice and wheat. ठीक है बच्चा जी? This results, ये जो है, this plant breeding program causes drastic increase in production of food, and this phase is known as green revolution. ये phase को क्या कहा जाता है? Green revolution. So look over here what I am writing. During mid 1960s, I can say by different plant breeding programs, right, we people have developed what? Semi-dwarf varieties. किसकी? Of wheat and rice, okay, and this results in drastic increase in food production, and this phase is represented as green revolution. इसको ही कहा जाता है green revolution. ठीक है? Now if we are talking about wheat and rice, right, अगर आप particular wheat and rice की बात कर रहे हो, then I can say during duration of 1960 to 2000, okay, the production of wheat, किसकी? गेहूं जो आप खाते हो, right, आटे की रोटी, wheat, the production of wheat increases from 11 million tons, okay, 11 million tons to, I can say, 75 million tons. This I have talked about wheat. What about rice? Again, production of rice also increases from 35 million tons, right, million tons to 89.5 million tons. So you can see drastic increase in food production, and all this is contribution of our green revolution. Okay, you see 11 to 75 and 35 to 89.5. This occurs due to development of semi-dwarf varieties of wheat and rice. And for this नॉर्मन, ओके, ये नेम आप सभी को याद रखना है, नॉर्मन ई बोरलॉग, who developed semi-dwarf variety of, I can say, wheat. Okay, developed semi-dwarf wheat, awarded Nobel Prize for the same. And of course he is working at International Center, right? He is working at International Center for Wheat and Maize Improvement. To be more specific, at Mexico. So ये बच्चों आपको नाम याद रखना है, right? Norman E. Borlaug developed semi-dwarf wheat variety at International Center for Wheat and Maize Improvement at Mexico, and he was awarded Nobel Prize. So ये सब आपको याद रखना है. Okay? Later in 1963s, better yielding varieties and disease resistant varieties of wheat like Sonalika. Okay, ये names are very much important for your NEET examination, MCQ point of view. Okay, in 1963s I can say more disease resistant variety, I can say, who produces more yield, like your Sonalika and your Kalyan Sona. Was introduced in wheat growing belt of our country. ठीक है? So once again what I am saying, these two names are very important, Sonalika, and one more I have written is your Kalyan Sona. Okay, these two are varieties introduced in 1963s, and what is importance for the same? More yield and disease resistant power. ठीक है? तो ये बच्चों हमने बात करी किसकी? We have talked about wheat. Now we are going to talk about rice. Okay, so here I am writing your semi-dwarf variety of rice, I can say, right, was derived from IR8. अब बच्चों IR8 क्या है? IR8 is nothing but semi-dwarf variety of rice, right? Again it is having high yielding capacity as well as disease resistant power. So what I am saying, this semi-dwarf variety of rice was derived from IR8, and this occurs at International Rice Research Institute. Okay, again this is important one, right? It is abbreviated as IRRI. Okay, and yes, it is in Philippines. ठीक है बच्चों? तो ये जो IR8 वैरायटी है, ये इंट्रोड्यूस करी गई फिलीपाइंस एंड इंडिया में, which is your semi-dwarf variety. So once again what I have written, your semi-dwarf rice variety derived from IR8, that is International Rice Research Institute, Philippines, and one more, that is your Taichung Native 1. This is in Taiwan. So बच्चों आपको दो चीजें याद रखनी है, IR8 and Taichung Native 1. These two are varieties of rice only. ठीक है? So this was introduced in India and I can say this in Philippines in 1966. ठीक है? later better yielding varieties and disease resistant varieties like I can say Jaya and Ratna was introduced. Jaya and Ratna was introduced. Okay, so this is some of your names that you people have to memorize. Sonalika, Kalyan Sona, Jaya and Ratna, very important for your MCQ purpose. ठीक है, तो this we have talked about your wheat and rice. Second we are going to talk about our sugar cane. ठीक है, हम सबको पसंद होती है sugar cane. Right now if I am talking about sugar cane, then it is having two species, one which grows in North India and one which grows in South India. Okay, so the variety which is growing in North India, ठीक है, इसको बोला जाता है Saccharum barberry. It is called as Saccharum barberry. इसको कहा जाता है Saccharum barberry. अब ये जो शुगर केन होती है, इसकी जो यील्ड होती है, राइट, एज वेल एज जो शुगर कंटेंट होता है, शुगर कंटेंट इज लेस. ठीक है, वन वेराइटी विच ग्रोज इन साउथ इंडिया, वन वेराइटी विच ग्रोज इन साउथ इंडिया, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज योर Saccharum officinarum. ठीक है, दिस ग्रोज इन साउथ इंडिया एंड इसकी जो यील्ड होती है, शुगर कंटेंट होता है, वो अच्छा होता है. इट इज वेरी नाइस एंड इट हैव थिक स्टेम. ओके, इट इज हैविंग थिक स्टेम, बट this variety do not grow in North India thanks to our breeding program. Right, हमने क्या किया, we have crossed this variety with this, मतलब Saccharum barberry with Saccharum officinarum, और आपको मिली एक नई variety which have more sugar content, thick stem, high yield, and this variety grows in North India also. So ये चीज very important है, right? So this is all contribution of our plant breeding program. And lastly, we are going to talk about our millets. Okay, we are going to talk about our millets. Millets in the sense we are talking about your maize, jowar, bajra. इसकी भी हमने हाइब्रिड वेराइटीज बनाई है. ओके, इसकी भी हमने हाइब्रिड वेराइटीज बनाई है. सो इफ यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट मिलेट्स, देन आई एम राइटिंग ओवर हियर हाइब्रिड, what I can say, maize, right, bajra, then jowar, all these varieties we have cultivated in our country. So in short I can say that this hybrid breeding programs, this plant breeding programs, right, it leads to drastic increase in production of food. तो यही है आपका green revolution. I hope the theory is clear to your people. Thank you.